Hey guys, welcome back to some Dark Souls PvP, Fox with Foxtail Games, and this time around I've got a Halberd build. I'm using just about all the Halberds. The only one I don't have on this character, I believe, is the Life Hunt Scythe. I might have it, I'm not sure. So we're using the Giant's Halberd. We're back in the forest, my favorite PvP spot. I love to host, I don't mind getting 2v1s. And this guy ran from me last time and hid forever. So this time I'm going to punish that kind of behavior. I totally thought he was going to go down that ladder there and play the ladder game. But he didn't, thank goodness. So I'm just going to run him through with the Giant's Halberd. And it looks like one shot took care of him. Give him a little taunt. Yeah, he kind of frustrated me last time. I didn't like him running off, just hiding. Yeah, if you're gonna invade somebody, just you know, go fight them. Don't go and hide somewhere. Just hide. Do nothing. I don't know. I guess it's part of the game. It comes with the game. All right, this guy I fought on several occasions. I think in this video I'm going to kill him, but he killed me at least once. I can remember that. Good old Kashmir, I think it was A17. Alright, and while we're duking it out with this guy, who's actually fairly decent, I wanted to talk a little bit about builds. What do you guys think about people who use cheats, glitches, or hacks to create a build really quickly, a PvP build? You guys think that that's the kind of cheating that's intolerable? That needs to be stamped out? Ooh, we got another invader, nice. Do you think that using cheats or hacks to quickly build PvP characters, as long as they're natural and balanced, do you think that makes the game more fun? What do you guys think of that sort of behavior? I'll give you my opinion. I have no problem with someone who wants to use a hack or a glitch to build a PvP character up really quickly, as long as that character is natural and balanced. You know, no SL20s running around with 99-able stats with 9,000 health. None of that baloney going on here. And I've encountered a few of those. And here's another question. Kind of letting them duke it out. Obviously, if I go first and I die, then I can't challenge the other guy, because I'm dead. Alright, so Kashmir got vanquished. He's actually a fairly good player. I think that battle didn't do him justice. I'm running back to my favorite part of the forest, this open ground over here, as long as I don't roll off the edge. What do you guys think about cheaters and disconnecting? If you encounter a cheater, particularly in the PC version, one of those unlimited health guys, or what if you encounter a hacker in the Xbox 360 version, or PS3, and he's got 9,000 health or something ridiculous? You guys jump off the edge? Do you just murder yourself? You just commit suicide? Or do you disconnect? What do you guys do? Do you just keep trying? You'll notice here, I actually, at some point, I think I swing this halberd. Ooh, that's a real nice hit right there. If I had the Leo ring, that would have been awesome. I don't think I have the Leo ring on. I need the Havel's ring to wear all this heavy armor. I am flipping with the dark wood grain ring. A lot of people complain about it. A lot of people whine and moan about it. It is what it is, guys. It's in the game until October, 23rd? At midnight, just before midnight when they release the game, or not the game, but the DLC. It is what it is until FromSoft changes it. I've stressed that in all my other videos. I'm going to stress it again. I'm not ashamed to use the Dark Wood Grain ring. This character and my Spear character were the first two characters I ever made to use it. I'd never used the Dark Wood Grain ring before. See, on my screen that was completely a hit. I don't know how that didn't hit him. Finished him off with a great combustion, another tactic that a lot of people accuse people of being cheap for using. Is it cheap? Hey, that's up to you. That's your opinion. You can see I have a bunch of Divine Blessings, more than you can get naturally in the game. I use those in between fights just to heal up so the PvP can keep rolling. And back to the point I was making before, I don't have a problem with people using hacks or glitches to make a totally natural, balanced character for PvP, because all that does is give us more PvP, and that's what I want. I want more PvP in the game. I want more people enjoying PvP. I want more people playing PvP. Okay, we got good old Kashmir A17 back. And I don't even know if I get to fight him this time. Nope. Nope. I let my other invader fight him, I think. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see what happens. He's rocking the Silver Knight Spear, and he gives me a nice kick. Just to, just to let me know he's there. I know you're there, man. Silver Knight Spear is just, it seems really, really long to me. It seems a lot longer than the other spears, and I may be wrong, but I just get that impression. Last time I went at it with Kashmir A17 with my spear character. I think I did at least, and he killed me, I think twice. I've killed him a few times, so I don't know if we're even. I don't know who's got more. I don't really ever keep track. I did encounter one guy who apparently follows me on YouTube, which was cool. He sent me a message after we fought. I think I ended up beating him. I can't remember for sure. Using the good old binoculars. Hey, you know, sometimes you just gotta enjoy the show. Alright, so Kashmir shows himself the winner. He defeated ex-Gunstar hero. Rest in peace, dude. Alright, now it's him and I going at it. Let's see who the victor will be. I'm going to retreat to my favorite fighting spot. And yeah, people will ask me, and I'm not afraid to admit it or ashamed to admit it. Yeah, I use hacks or glitches to build completely natural, balanced characters to give myself 99 divine blessings. I rarely ever use a divine blessing in the middle of combat. Typically, I will only use a divine blessing during combat if my opponent uses a divine blessing. And actually, that's a rule I have for most battles. If it's 1 versus 1, I generally only heal if my opponent heals first. I kind of let them set the standard. If they heal, I'll go ahead and heal. If they don't heal, I usually won't heal. Now, in the forest, hey man, I mean, the forest is anybody's game, okay? At any moment, you could get invaded. At any moment. It could be 2v1. You just never know what's going to happen in the forest. So I don't blame anybody if they want to heal up in the forest, even if it's a 1 versus 1, because you don't know how long it's going to be 1 versus 1. So we're probably giving this poor guy the impression that this invader's on my side and we're going to fight him together. I typically don't, you know, form a gank squad. I actually made a little bit of a gank squad earlier this morning. About 5 in the morning. I joined up with another guy. I had a large, can't even think of what it's called. I had the Stone Giant sword and shield and then the Stone Giant armor, and I was using that sort of Tranquil Walk of Peace ability on the two-handed R2. I totally missed the fight. Wasn't even paying attention. Oh well. Anyway, I used that, and what I did was I used Chameleon to hide myself. I'd let them run after my summon. I would pop out, cast the Tranquil Walk of Peace from the sword, and then run after them. And just so you guys know, that is an extremely short-lived spell. I can't compare it to the actual Faith spell, Tranquil Walk of Peace, because the honest truth is I've never used it. I've had it used on me. Yeah, it's annoying. I mean, it sucks when you try to roll and you end up just kind of shaking back and forth like you're drunk or something. But it's part of the game. You got to come up with strategies against it. And a lot of people had some very good strategies, and I did not win just because I had Tranquil Walk of Peace engaged. Did I go for backstabs? Some of the time. Not all the time. It just depends on what works. I don't have a problem with backstabs. I don't have a problem with parries. I don't like chain backstabs because it feels really, really cheap to me to chain backstab somebody. I've done it before. But usually I do it when I have this feeling like, oh, I want to punish this guy for doing whatever he did. But typically I won't do a chain backstab. I've seen guys do the parry backstab, where you parry somebody, run behind them, and then backstab them immediately. It's legit. You'll never see me do that. Well, I shouldn't say never, but you probably won't see me do that much. I tend not to be terribly good at parries. I've done quite a few. I just don't like to do them because when you mess it up, you take some serious damage depending on the weapon. Alright, we got another game we can watch here. Red versus blue. It's like Halo. Blocked by a big giant tree there. Sorry guys, I didn't pick the best seats for the game. Okay, I moved up closer. I upgraded my seat. Ooh, got some nice pyro there. See how he's manually aiming that pyro? Guys, if you're gonna go pyro, learn to manually aim. And here's a quick tip. Ooh, nice, 303 with one arrow shot. Here's a quick tip. When you're using Great Chaos, can't remember what it's called. Chaos Fireball, whatever it's called, creates the lava on the ground. Don't just lock on and throw it. What you want to do is you want to lock on, immediately break that lock on, and toss it wherever you think they're going to go. So if you think they're going to come at you, toss it right in front of you. They'll walk right into it. If you think they're going to roll to the left, toss it to the left of them. If you think they're going to roll backwards, try to toss it past them. It takes a lot of practice, guys, but once you learn to manually aim your pyromancy, you'll be infinitely better at it. You will never go back to pure lock-on again. There's a time and a place for lock-on. And there's a time and a place for breaking lock-on. And you'll see me break a lot of lock-on if I show my original plain Halberd build. This is where we do the dance. I call this the PvP dance. If you're up against a good player, you'll know because they'll know how to do the dance. Just twitch around. Twitch around. Look at him, look at him. I love it. That's funny. Alright, well, he and I we gotta give a go at this. We gotta see who's the better man. At least for this time. Here's another trick, guys. This whole time, you'll never see me try to parry anything with that target shield. I just have it on my back the whole time. You'll see me switch out every now and then. The reason I have it there is I'll switch it out and I'll give the enemy the impression I'm going to try to parry, and it'll make them a lot more cautious, and I'll use that caution to my advantage. It's a little trick I use. I don't know of anyone else who does it, but look like you're going to parry, and they might think you will parry. Notice I used the Great Combustion and I stopped. Unless my opponent is being extremely cheap, in my opinion, I'm not going to use... See? Look how he almost got me there. He threw it where I was rolling. Unless they're being cheap, I try not to get too cheap. If my opponent's fighting fairly, quote, honorably, I try to be, quote, honorable. Right here, I'm betting that I can take a hit more than he can with that. Yep, see? I can take an arrow, but he couldn't. Sometimes, in Dark Souls PvP, it pays off to take a hit, as long as you get a hit off and kill him. Okay, another victory for me. And now that I've shown you some wins, I think it's about time I showed you some of my practice sessions when I first started. These are some of the absolute first battles I ever had with the Giant's Halberd. And you guys can see my equipment selection there. I do have the Life Hunt Scythe, I do. I don't know why I selected it. I don't really care to use it much, and I don't have any anti-bleed. So you'll see this guy right here is really, really good. That'll give you a hint as to how the outcome of this battle goes. I think right there, that's a taunt from somebody. They sent me a message. Oh, that was a nice backstab. See that right there? Now on my screen that was a lag stab. I'm sure that was a good backstab to him. One thing you'll notice about me is after I get a backstab off, yeah, there I died. If I get a backstab off on a good player who's been fighting fairly clean, I will back away and give them a chance to get up. But if it's a 2v1, or if they're not fighting quote unquote clean, in my opinion, I'll go ahead and give a nice swing right as they're trying to get up off the ground. Hit them while they're down. All's fair in Dark Souls. Alright, here we go. I'm clicking around to the wrong gesture. I don't know what I want to do. My gestures aren't set up how I usually have them set up. And he's nice. He's got a beat on me with that arrow, and he's not shooting me. I was pushing my luck there, though, with the gestures. I'll admit that. See how I play around with that target shield? I want him to see me with the target shield. I want him to think I'm going to parry. One thing you'll also see me do is I'll run at people, and then I'll back away. And that's a tactic. because when they see you run straight at them, they think you're going to attack. And if you run straight at them and then dodge, sometimes they're not expecting that. Oh, see? He threw it past me, so I rolled right into it. Very well done. Some manual aiming on the pyro. Ooh, just about got nailed by that. Got him a good hit right there, but it looks like he's got about half health, and I've got virtually nothing left. See how he threw it where it looked like I was going? Okay, I might be able to get him. One more shot. One more shot. Oh, bad, bad, bad. Whew, got out of that. When your health gets low, I recommend you do one of two things. Either switch up your game to your plan B. Like for me, plan B is using my bow and arrows. Or continue playing the way you were. Or get more aggressive. Because you do not want to play defensively. Your opponent is planning on you playing defensively. Alright, good fight, so I indict. That rhymes. Indictments among veteran players are considered an acknowledgement that the fight was good. You indict the players so that they get more chance for PvP. Novice players, new people to Dark Souls, think indictments are a punishment. Guys, they're not a punishment. If someone's ganking you and you don't like it, don't indict them because they want PvP. So don't give them that indictment. Alright, we're back at it with the pyros, manually aiming. I only got a 20 hit off there. I'm not sure why. It didn't make any sense to me. There are these things in Dark Souls called phantom hits. For example, I'll get a phantom hit from his katana. It will build up the bleed, but it won't do damage. That's a phantom hit. Sometimes you'll see a fire or lightning effect on your opponent, but you don't do any damage. That's a phantom hit. It's like you hit them, but it doesn't do the damage. Now, because he's low on health, notice what he's doing. He's getting very aggressive. Don't go defensive when you get low on health. If you get defensive, you're doing exactly what they're planning on you doing. That's what almost all players do. When their health is low, they get real super defensive. And then all you have to do, as the winner, is just run in there. Weapon held high. See? He kept playing strong, aggressively. And I get the win. These aren't all in order, guys. The order's a little backwards. Again, I'm sure some people will post on this video criticizing something or other. I don't care. I really don't, because Dark Souls is not the type of game where we need to fill it with our criticisms of each other. Instead, we ought to be spending more time improving the PvP community. Sometimes when I get ganked, or if I get killed by a chain backstabber or someone who stun locks me. By the way, guys, you can break stun lock. Just swap your weapon in your hand and then dodge it. You have to get the timing right, but just swap your weapon and dodge. Roll out of it. That's how you can break stun lock, both in Dark Souls and Demon Souls. I believe there's a guy that invaded. I don't know where he is, though. I'm looking for him. Hopefully he's not using hidden body or chameleon looking at me laughing or something. We'll see. While I'm waiting, I'll go ahead and get rid of some of these trees. I guess they're called ints. As I mentioned before, this is a build that I just created. I did not play through the entirety of the game to get this character. I don't have a problem with that. I talked about that a little earlier in this video. If you have a problem with it, or if you have a different position, I mean, let me know. I do think it's important that people acknowledge what's going on or what they have done, so that we know. I guess, I don't know, I thought there was an... Oh, there he is. See him way off in the distance there? Give him the bow, even though I'm not even sure if he can see me way out there. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like guys that just kind of run off in the distance. Sometimes, guys, I will disconnect because I just don't find it fun in the forest to stand around or run around for 5-10 minutes looking for somebody. I don't. It's a waste of my time. I've got a limited amount of time in the day, and look, if you're gonna troll, excuse me, if you're gonna troll, go ahead and troll, but just don't expect everyone to play along. All right, getting to a comment. Oh, see, going straight for the backstab. What's he got there? What is that? Longsword? Either a longsword or a broadsword, it looks like. You can see we did the little, I call it the backstab dance, where we kind of twirl around each other. We got a shield up just in time there. Yeah, and I get a nice little nifty backstab off on him. Little tit for tat there. Give him a little stay down gesture, and a little joy gesture. Alright guys, let's finish it up with me using the Estock. It's the same build. I don't know why. For some reason I gave him an Estock. One of my favorite weapons in the game. I absolutely love it. Greatly underrated weapon. Looks like he's using the Iron Golem's axe. So you gotta watch out for that wind attack. And this right here is a real fun battle. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think he's using force there. See that little wind attack there? Gives him some range on that. That's the nice thing about the Estock. If you get it up to plus 15 with some good dexterity, and then you buff it, and even the little tiny jabs with it do some good damage. Nearly 300 in it with a little jab. 175 with a jab from behind a shield. Easy way to whittle down someone's health. You guys get mad, people who turtle? That's another thing I want to talk about. He got me with it. Boom. You guys get mad at people who turtle behind shields with rapiers? I don't. You know, what I do is I break lock on and run around and backstab. Great battle there. He almost beat me. But that is it for today, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Click the thumbs up button, and I will see you guys next time for another session of Dark Souls PvP.